Hello folks, as you can see I'm sitting on the truck here because I've been working on the truck for the last couple of days and I have to say it's coming along very well. But this video is not about the truck. Instead, this video today is more going to be about what the truck is going to be towing for us, because over there we have a new arrival. Very special new arrival. So I don't think I'd be unjustified saying this, that it definitely qualifies for what the Americans would term a mechanic's special. Hence we're going to need the truck. So let's get to it. I would have forgiven anyone for thinking when you saw me bringing the truck up here that we were going to try to jumpstart this thing. But it's way too late for that, folks. This particular mechanic special comes with a pre-tenderized engine, courtesy of a broken timing belt. So this is where things are at. Got the strain taken on the tow strap. So my plan is to tow the special back up here where we'll have some sunlight to be able to see it. And also I want to give it more of a thorough once over just for fun, just to torture myself, so that we can spot things like the sprung bumper and the sprung trim and things like that. But in more pressing matters, like all specials, this particular example of top quality tire had the self-lowering option fitted, so that's great, but that makes it all worthwhile. See, this is a real Volvo, not a fake Volvo. It also didn't come with a 12-volt battery. More on that later, because the battery probably was worth more than the car. So I'm going to put a key in here, see if we can straighten the steering. Of course, like all specials, it only came with one key. And of course now we've no, with the metal pudding option for the engine, we've no, oh, that's lovely. Oh, yes, it's definitely a real Volvo because it has kind of truck-like steering. So, like I say, the problem is I don't have anyone to steer this now. So it's going to be a slow and boring process of inching the vehicle back up to the work area. But I'll expose you all to that because I'm such a nice guy. Mechanic special. I think the key out there. Yeah, there we go. We'll lock the steering in there now a bit so we can hopefully pull her in. Here we go again. now, finally, we have our Volvo V70 up in a place where we can actually get around it and have a look at it. Today is Wednesday, and the vehicle actually arrived at me here last Friday, but I haven't had a chance to make a video about it. Before we get into all the great features that this vehicle has, you're probably wondering, my God, Damien, what are you doing with another car? Surely you can't need any more cars. Do you not have enough cars? And when I look in the little paddock here, I would be inclined to say, hell no, not at all. See, the reason we have another car is that we have another drive unit. For those of you that haven't been following along, I've been reverse engineering the inverter for the MG drive unit, and I've recently got that working fully on the bench with those silly gate driver chips now finally fully under the control of the Johannes brain. So obviously the next step will be mounting the inverter back on here and getting this motor running away here happily in the workshop. So ultimately, this motor is going to be going in our Volvo V70. Unfortunately, the guys I bought it from sent me the wrong drive shafts, so they're sending me the correct ones. So pretty soon we'll be able to get this thing spinning here, and I'll have some super boring episodes for you on that. This is quite an interesting drive unit because the drive line goes directly through the motor, so it should make fitting it in the V70 a little bit easier. So a 2003 model year V70, which seems to be missing its rear seats. Why this vehicle? Well, when I purchased the third, I didn't know anything about Volvos, but they were recommended to me by some nice folks on the Discord. But it turned out that the third, as we discovered in the last video, is not really a Volvo. It is in fact a Ford. This is a Volvo P2 vehicle, and it is, from what I can understand anyway, and feel free to correct me here, it was designed by Volvo just before they were taken over by Ford, and thus is the last real Volvo, I guess. Now, I've also been told in the comments on the last video that Ford actually sold Volvo and it's now owned by some Chinese company. So that kind of makes this car a little bit more interesting to me. It makes the whole marque more interesting to me. And this car has, over the last few days here that I've just been looking at it, is beginning to grow on me quite a bit. So let's have a quick look. It's a little bit dirty. I bought it from a guy that, I bought it sight unseen from a guy about 75 miles away, and he delivered it on a trailer, so it picked up a bit of road dirt. Apart from the trim, so this bumper been sprung and this bit of trim been sprung. I think there's some trim clips broken here, so I'll be getting friendly with my Volvo main dealer, I suspect, for those kind of things. There's not much, there's no nasties on the body. I haven't had a look underneath yet, but apart from age related, as they like to say, scrapes and so on, there's nothing nasty. All the lights are intact. The tires are complete garbage, but that's okay. All four door brakes are completely shot, so the doors won't stay open by themselves if there's any angle on the vehicle. As you can see there, I've had to wedge this door because the door brake is really gone. This passenger one, is a tiny bit left in it. The two on the driver's side have none, but the vehicle is kind of tilted that way a bit on the yard, so they'll stay open. It came equipped with our now metal pudding 2.4 litre diesel engine, and it is a, in case you didn't see this, it is a Volvo common rail diesel. Well, we'll tear into what's under that thing in a minute or two. There's been a few modifications. It did not come with a 12-volt battery. So I decided to hang on until I was making this video to give you folks the pleasure of discovering with me what happens when we put a battery in here. It has a bald spare, no battery tray from what I can see here, and like a lot of big engine cars in the pre-2008 vintage in this country, it has been converted into a commercial. So that usually means you take the back seats out, put a bit of scrap timber in there, and do some paperwork, and instead of paying 1,500 odd euros a year for private tax, you pay 333 euros a year because it's now a commercial vehicle. So that's wonderful. That won't cause us any headaches whatsoever when we're doing the paperwork side of putting this thing back on the road as an electric vehicle. So that's a quick look around the outside. On the inside, trim is reasonably good. We've got a little bit of tearing on the bolster that's been glued professionally, of course. One thing on the outside, it does have these cool rails. I like those. Steering wheel a little bit worn, but not terribly. It's got all the buttons and stuff. The driver's seat is electric, but interestingly, the passenger seat is manual. Oh, and of course we don't have the back seats because the pros that did the conversion would of course have been those. But the passenger seat is completely manual, so that's weird. Anyway, I don't really care about the passengers. I'm more of I only look after myself kind of a guy. So let's hop in. Now folks, I don't know much about anything, as we know, because even as my t-shirt now says, I'm doing it wrong. But it looks like the instrument cluster has had some professional modifications done to it. And obviously with no battery, we weren't able to see any of this and buying sight unseen. But there's some professional tape here and some professional tape here on the instrument cluster. So that'll be interesting to see what they're hiding when we turn on the key. On the cluster, it's nice to see heated seats, hell yes. I think it has air conditioning and it has a CD player with Dolby surround, so that'll be good. Some massive speaker in there, that's gonna bump. Let's see. Headliner is kind of saggy here in the middle, so ooh, look at it. Oh, it's popped back in. It's fixed itself, sort of. Also got the light back there doing its whichever way you can see it. You don't need me to point to it. So, yes, I did have one very quick look under that Volvo common rail diesel plastic cover in there, and it looked as if someone had kind of started stripping. The electrical connections to the injectors had been pulled and the high pressure lines on the injectors had been pulled off. So I think we need to get right to it. We need to connect up the battery that I purchased that's hiding in the back there, that actually probably worth more than the car. So let's get to it. Okay, battery is in. This was the battery that my local motor factor had listed for this vehicle. Obviously it's quite large and quite expensive. I get the sense by some of these professional wedges and random bolts that were found in here that perhaps this car didn't have the right battery fitted. I don't know whatever would give me the reason to think that. So I have my key. Let me get it out of my pocket so that if things go pear-shaped, as the Brits would say, we'll be able to hit the button. Here we go. Oh, there's Volvo sounds. I think it's the CD player. we ought to be lucky and there's actually a CD in it. The last Volvo well, the third, I should say, the Ford, had a CD from some crowd called the Foo Fighters. Essentially, I don't know, it sounded pretty alien to me, but anyway, there we go. Oh my God, okay, so first thing I see is that the light is hanging out of the ceiling that looks like, I don't know, Johnny Five's head has actually turned on. So that's good news. Okay, let's head up to the, let's head up here and see if the seat goes back. Oh, it does, yes. Nice. Your seat goes back. Now, okay. So, is there a way I can turn off these lights? No. Wait, hang up. There's buttons here. No, they don't do anything. Cool. Right, I know you all want this part, and I kind of do too, so let's check this thing's out of gear. Oh, what's that? Okay. I'm pretty sure the car's not driving, so I don't know why that's doing that. Okay, let's put the key in. Let's see. Let's hit the unlock button. Oh, the seat's moving. The seat's moving. It's trying to. Okay. Hang on. I gotta put the seat back. I thought it was trying to kill me there for a sec. Hang on. Okay, now the speedometer has stopped ticking. All right, key in. Let's go. Position 1. Really? Okay, we're gonna do it the hard way. So. All right, position 1. Okay, I have an airbag light over here. And of course it's staying on. Oh no, it's gone off. Okay, hang on. Oh, there's something happening. There's some kind of a display happening here. I'm seeing some kind... Oh! Okay, that just happened. There's some kind of numbers on this, but I can't see them. They're fading in and out. There's numbers here, they're fading in and out. And this is back to ticking. I can see some 8s. Is there a CD in it? Does the radio work? Does the radio work? Okay, I've got... Oh, that's a good sound. That's a good sign. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's try that again. Position 1. Okay, we got airbag light. It's taking a while, but it does go out. I think, yes, radio does work. There's radio on the Gale Tucked. Yeah, that works. There's a bunch. Oh, it says cruise in the middle there. So, time to go for position 2. Nothing. Next one. Oh! Wow. Something's angry. So let's see. Got a seatbelt light, an engine management light, and a handbrake light. Let's try the handbrake light. Yeah, handbrake light's fine. I'm interested in what's behind that. What's behind this? Why someone felt the need to do that? I don't know what that is. Some kind of tape or spray paint or something. We're going to have to determine what that's about. It doesn't look factory to me. I cannot read any of the numbers on here. They're all kind of faded out. There's no fuel in it, according to that gauge, which again would make sense, because I'd say that was well pumped out. Oh, lights up here. Seatbelt. It's concerned for my safety. And it is a Volvo, so Don't know why there'd be an engine management light on. Wonder do the seat heaters work? They probably wouldn't come on unless it's seeing the engine on, I'd imagine. Let's check the blower. Does that work? Don't hear anything. There's no blower that I can see, so that's probably dead. So that'd be brilliant, obviously, because then we'd have to tear out the whole dash. So that'd be an ideal situation. None of these buttons are doing anything. Oh, we got a friendly wasp calling in to say hello. So looks like about the only thing that does work in this vehicle so far is the radio and the airbag system. Yes, and we've all of the numbers in here are completely shot. All right, well, let's put on the headlights. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned there's one of the wipers broken off. Nothing happening here. Let's try this one. Oh, indicators. Seem to be happy. Main beam headlights. Yeah, looks happy. Let's have a look. Looks like two lights on this side. Well, that's annoying that I can't see the odometer. Probably another feature, I'd imagine. I think these lights are working back here. It's kind of tough to see in the sunshine. Yeah, we got lights here. Right, now the real one. The windows. Drivers. Okay. Turn the headlights off there now, save some juice. Passenger side. They go down anyway, doesn't mean they go back up. Oh, and of course the rears don't work. I can hear a relay clicking. Bet you they've been disabled for some, because of that commercial nonsense. Yeah, someone's pulled the fuse, I'd bet. Crying out loud. Yeah, I'd say someone's pulled the fuse. Your wiper is a common failure on that. Let's see past the Johnny 5 get up back there. How did we work the rear wiper on this thing? I've no idea. I'm trying a little switch here on the end of the stalk. You can hear clicking in the rear, so okay, the temperature gauge is now making that clicking, and the tachometer. Oh, and the fuel gauge. Hang up. Okay, so all the gauges are now doing this little dance. Alright, I better wrap this game up. We all want to hear it crank, don't we? I know I certainly do. So there you have it, folks. Our mint condition, new arrival Volvo V70 P2, real Volvo. With, as you can see there, some questionable choices during its life. I did forget to mention the busted wiper, but you can, you know, use that for swatting insects and other creatures that may get in your way. I don't really know what to say here, but other than, oh yes, the name. I'm putting just a placeholder name on this for the minute as the MGV. But, you know, any good suggestions for a name, please do leave them in the comments. Also, do leave in the comments if you know anything about the dancing needles or the black tape on the instrument cluster. I get a feeling that's not normal, but I don't know much about real Volvos, only turds. So, that's about enough of my rambling over this vehicle. Do stay tuned and you'll see us delving into hopefully getting some CAN logs and being able to fool it into thinking it's lovely and mint condition engine is running again. So that'll be fun. Might be a bit of learning in there for folks as well, so let me know if you want me to cover that part. Other than that, suppose we'll see you in the next semi-fun packed episode. Don't forget to check links in the description for the usual good stuff. Open Inverter Forum, GitHub. Avoid the Patreon and PayPal and all that stuff. Because again, folks, if you support me financially, well, I'm going to spend your money on cars like this and then make them electric. So who wants that, right? I don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be paying me to do that. You don't want to watch me doing that. So don't do that. Because they come with... Oh yeah, if anyone's got a windscreen wiper for a V70, maybe also comment below. So, that's it. You cars need to make this car feel welcome and part of the fleet, okay? Don't want any weird stuff, don't want anyone muttering in German or indeed Swedish or Ford. Until next time then, happy sight unseen car purchasing.